Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel, and let me just remove my hearing aids. I actually don't need to have my hearing aids in when I'm just trying to hear myself, so I'll take those out. I've been out this evening and I actually don't wear my hearing aids all that often. I've only had them for a couple of months, and I tend to use them when I'm in crowded situations because that's when I find it hardest to hear. And so I'm still not very used to using them, and I kind of do things like have them in when I don't need them in, or like tonight when I was getting the taxi to the venue, I had them in, but I didn't have them on. So I couldn't hear what the taxi driver was saying, and I thought, why is he mumbling? And it's because I have hearing aids in my ears that are not switched on, which makes everything muffled. So I'm getting used to them. I've had them only for a couple of months and I'm beginning to get used to them. And they are brilliant, I have to say. I've needed hearing aids for a while really, because my hearing's never been great, but I've noticed it get quite a bit worse in the last 2 or 3 years, I guess, particularly in crowded situations like meetings. So the hearing aids are brilliant. They're really, really helping me with that. But it's taking me a while to get used to them. But I would warn you, be careful if you're standing next to me, because they pick up all kinds of interesting sounds. So if you're standing near me, just watch out, because I hear all. So the reason I have come on this evening, and it is evening, it's quite late over here in the UK, later than I would normally be making a video, is I was going to make this video tomorrow, and then I thought, no, I want to make it tonight because I'm just so excited about the subject of this video. And that is that I got a package in the post today, very exciting package in the post, and I want to talk to you about it. And it is from Erika over at Raw Spirit. That's the name of her channel. I'll link the channel below, and I'll also put her web link below. So I just really urge you to go and check them out, because she's got some great material on the channel. She's developing her tarot practice in all kinds of interesting ways, and is sharing her journey as she moves forward in this. And I've just been really enjoying her videos. She articulates things in a way that I think is just really clear and really authentic, and really, and I use the word authentic advisedly. My last video was on the subject of authenticity, but if you want an example of someone who is living from their heart and living from their own enthusiasm, then I think it comes across really clearly in Erika's that is what she is doing. Anyway, what happened was, I've been following her channel for a while, and what happened was she recently posted a video which was a video giveaway, an offer to celebrate her reaching 100 subscribers. And so what you had to do was you had to comment on the video, and I'm not going to tell you what it was that you would have won, because I'm going to surprise you with it by doing this as a kind of unboxing. But you had to put the name of the thing that was the prize, and then she used a random generator to pick a name, and my name came out, and she contacted me and said, Brian, you have won. And I was thrilled, because actually I actually don't win things very often. I'm not a kind of winning things person, partly because I don't go in for a lot of competitions. I've won a couple of creative writing competitions, and I won an electric toothbrush once at bingo. That was many years ago. But other than that, I'm not really a competition person. So it was unusual for me to even participate in this, and it's even more unusual for me to have won it. So I'm absolutely thrilled. So she has sent me the item and a couple of other things in this package. So I'm going to cut to the chase, and I'm going to show you first of all what the item was, and or is, that I have won. And I could not be more thrilled, because it is a set of homemade, handmade prayer beads, and they are absolutely beautiful. So they have got on them the lovely pentacle and a very exciting little crystal skull. Let me turn it around so you can see. Can you see the skull sparkling? This gorgeous little crystal skull with tassels at the bottom. And at the top, rather interestingly, she asked me which one I would like, and she showed me some examples, and I picked this one. And I liked this one for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons I liked it was because of this little star at the one end. The top, I think. Yeah, this is the top. I can tell by something else that this is the top. So I wanted this star because one of the things I'm exploring at the moment is my magical practice, and reinvigorating my magical practice. And the reason I like the star is one of the things I'm looking into is chaos magic, and of course the chaos star, the 8-spoked wheel, which is sometimes represented as a star, is important in chaos magic. And also prayer beads, because one of the things that I wanted to do was use prayer beads in my meditative practice as part of my magical practice. And so I've been wanting prayer beads for a while. So, and I was seriously thinking about investing in some. So to have won Erika's giveaway and to have got my own set of handmade prayer beads is just fantastic. And look at the little cute skulls. Just gorgeous, and the wonderful colours. I just love the colours. So I'm thrilled by these prayer beads, and the other thing that's really nice about it is that Erika said to me when she was making them or preparing them, she messaged me and said, are there any numbers, or is there a number that is significant to you numerologically? And I replied and said, actually, funny you should ask that, but there is. And it's not usual for me, really, to have a significant number numerologically. It's not something I, to be honest, think about a lot. But I have thought about it a lot this year, because the number that is significant to me is the number 45. Not because you know who is the 45th President of America. That is not the reason. That is not that's not why I've been thinking about it, although it's something we should all be thinking about, of course. No, the reason is, well, there's a couple of reasons. Well, there's a main reason, and it kind of, other reasons have attached themselves to it. Before I tell you the reason, what I will tell you is that the number 45 this year has been coming up for me again and again and again. So I'm seeing it all over the place. Now, of course, that happens when you've got a number in your head, you start seeing it. But, you know, I've found myself, you know, in situations where I've been like stuck in queues of traffic behind the number 45 bus. You know, I've happened to be glancing out of train windows when we've gone past the speed sign that says 45. You know, I've found that quite often I sit down and look at my emails at work, and I've got, you know, X 145 emails to read and all that kind of thing. And I've been doing this series, of course, Tarot to the Nines, and you know, we talk in that about numerological reduction, and the number 45, 4 and 5 in Pythagorean reduction reduces to 9, so there's that. But the big reason, the real reason that it's so significant to me is that I'm 45 now. That is my age at the moment. That in itself is not particularly significant. But the reason it's significant for me is that 45 is the age that my mum was when she died. So I was 9 years old when she died, and she was 45. And it's quite something to get to the point where, and anyone who's lost a parent, particularly if you lost a parent when you were very young, will probably know this. You know that there's all these different milestones that you go through, like in any bereavement. You know, there's the end of the first year, there's the date that would have been their birthday, there's the date that would have been that is your birthday and they're not there, there's the 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and on and on and on. And every milestone is different, and every milestone, in my experience anyway, makes you think about things in a different way. But one of the big milestones that I have been aware of really for a long time, in fact probably all my life since my mum died, was that if I got old enough and lived long enough, there would come a time when I was the same age she was when she died, and then, all being well with me, I would go on and get older than her. And that is a strange feeling. And so reaching my 45th birthday was a big milestone for me. And I don't mean this in any kind of morbid, morose way. That's not what it's about. It's more, it's just significant. It's just significant in a way that it's difficult for me to fully articulate, but it is significant. What's even more significant and is particularly important in relation to my telling of the story of how these lovely beads have come into my life is my mum died about 3 months after her 45th birthday. And so if I wanted to be pinpoint accurate, I would say that I actually got to the point of being older than my mum ever got to be in kind of the last part of September, the last week or so of September, and there is an exact date. What's interesting is Erika made her and posted her video offering these beads as a prize. Not on the exact date. That would be too spooky even for me. But it was within a week. Now, I didn't notice that at the time. It wasn't in my mind at the time, despite the fact that I've been thinking about it a lot over the last year, and I knew that it was going to be kind of it's going to be around that period. I think I said September. I don't mean September. I mean August. We're in September now, obviously. So it was going to be towards the end of August, and I hadn't really been thinking about it at that point. So it kind of passed me by without me really noticing it. And it was only when I looked back and realised that the very week that I entered that competition and won that competition, for these beads, which have got 45 beads on them, because that's what Erika did, she put 45 of these beads on for me. I won these in the very week at which there was an intersection between, if you like, my life stream and my age and the age that my mum got to be. And you know, this gift would have been special to me anyway, because Erika is a lovely person, and I really appreciate whenever somebody makes something with their own hands and with their own heart and gifts me with that. But this is going to be more special than I can really tell you, because every time I look at these, they will be rich with meaning, and they will bring me, as they already are doing, bring me great joy and great comfort. So Erika, thank you very much. This could not have been a better gift. And now I have my prayer beads, and I couldn't be more thrilled. So that is the main gift, and I'm, as you can tell, delighted. And I think it's great that there's that wonderful synchronicity and significance. And you know, for me, a lot of people would probably say, oh, that's all a bit coincidental. But for me, coincidences aren't... synchronicity doesn't just happen because coincidences are intrinsically meaningful. Sometimes you recognise synchronicity because coincidences are made meaningful by our perspective on them. And I see a great deal of meaning in this. So that's wonderful. Now, that is the main gift, but there are a couple of other things in here, and this is where it gets really interesting, because Erika has put in a couple of other things. And first of all, there's a card, and on the back of the card, on the envelope, you see that? I don't know if you can see that, it's a little cute little owl. So cute! I love owls, and in fact, there's only one bird that I like more than owls, and we're going to talk about that in a second. So stay magical. That is the card. So thank you so much, Erika. That is beautiful. Another owl, a little owl sticker. Lovely. And a lovely skull sticker. Every sticker has a story. So it's lovely, isn't that gorgeous? Wonderful. And we have this, another sticker, and it says on it, die, cry, love, and it has my favourite bird of all. Well, I don't know whether it's a raven or a crow, because I always get them muddled up, but ravens stroke crows stroke corvids of all types are my absolute favourite bird, and I'll tell you why. First of all, whenever I've done one of these things where you do a meditation to try and find your totem animal, you know, if any of you have ever done that, I always come out with the crow or the raven. They just always. I also, whenever I see crows and ravens, or ravens, I just love seeing them, and to me they are just beautiful and magical and mysterious, and I just think they're great. So there's that. The other interesting thing is, and I didn't know this until, you know, long after I decided that the crow, or discovered that the crow was my totem animal and just my favourite animal anyway, my favourite bird. My middle name, Cormac, actually has a connection with crows and ravens, because it comes from Gaelic, and it means son of raven. That's one of the things it can mean anyway. So that's rather nice. And what's really nice there is that Cormac was also my mum's middle name, because it was her mum's maiden surname. So her mum's maiden name was Cormac, and my mum got Cormac as a middle name, and then it was passed on to me. So I feel my mum's lineage in that name. And her surname before she married my dad, so my mum's maiden name was Crawford, and Craw is the way that you say crow in Scots, and actually Craw is from Old English, C-R-A-W-E. The surname is C-R-A-W-F-O-R-D, but Old English Craw, which means of course crow or raven. So there is a connection there. And then the third connection, which is really interesting and special to me, is that my mum died, as I said, when I was 9, and all of my memories of her that involve living anywhere all centre around one house, and it's the house that we lived in from the time I was about less than a year old. So I don't remember where we were before that. We were in a flat in Dundee, and then we moved to a house in Carnoustie, and I just don't remember anything before we moved to that house. So all of my early memories centre around that house, and all of my early memories, certainly with my mum, centre around that, mainly around that house. Obviously there are memories of being at other places as well, but that's where we lived together, that's where our life together was, and she died before we moved away from that house. So my memories of her really begin and end in that house. And the address of that house, the road that house was on, was Ravensby Road. So there you are, more coincidence, more synchronicity, and all of this coming together today, and me looking at the dates and the significance of this year, and the number, and the fact that Erika has been such a supporter of my Tarot to the 9 series. So we really kind of connected and became friends on social media through the fact that she contacted me and interacted with me through my videos, and really has engaged with the Tarot to the 9 series. And here we are, she has made me my own numerologically influenced beautiful set of gorgeous prayer beads that I shall love and treasure forever. So that is my little video, and my thanks to Erika, and my thanks to all of you for being here to watch and share this with me. It has been a blessed, blessed day, and I wish you all another blessed day for yourselves tomorrow. So take care of yourselves, everyone, love each other, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.